Biggest misconception. I think one of the most important ones is when people want to see results and they don't know how long it takes. People will come up to you and they'll say, "Hey, I want to lose 10 pounds in a month or less." I think a lot of people just want the quick fix because they see it on social media that so-and-so Karen did the breatharian diet and lost 10 pounds in a month.
Yeah, like how long does it actually take for you to see results, especially when you're seeing that the scale's not dropping, but somehow you're doing everything right. You're going to the gym, you're eating good, you're sleeping well, your stress levels are down. Maybe sometimes you drink water, but like sometimes you still don't see results, and that can be very unmotivating.
Really, when you start a new routine, there's like a hump. There's a hump to get over. So if you start a new diet, you might see things go up. You might see your weight actually go up for a bit. But it's because your body's trying to... Hey guys, my name is Ryan. This is Jose. Welcome to our podcast, where we're going to talk about anything fitness, health related to better you guys, as well as better ourselves in the process. So a little bit about myself. My name is Ryan. I'm a fitness coach. I've been helping people for many years. I've been in the fitness industry for about over a decade now, and I love it. I love anything that talks about fitness, health, nutrition, and that's a little bit about myself. Now we have Jose. Introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? My name is Jose. I actually met Ryan because I started working at a gym. He was a trainer already there. He was #1 in sales. Yeah, he was killing it. He was really cool. So we talked and we met, and so far, it's been a really pleasant experience. But a little bit about me, I did a little bit of computer science. I went to school for a while, and I just something happened in my life where I kind of took a turn, and then that's why I started getting into fitness and like health and how important that is. But right now, we're really considering on making more videos, kind of picking people's brain when it comes to the fitness industry and a lot of lies that are put out there. And that's what we're exactly going to cover today.
Yeah. So biggest misconception. I think one of the most important ones is when people want to see results and they don't know how long it takes to get to that point. Like a lot of people I find working as a coach is people will come up to you and they'll say, "Hey, I want to lose 10 pounds in a month or less than a month." And you're just like, okay, as a fitness coach, I know what it takes to lose the weight and I know the amount of effort you need to put into it. Not saying you need a lot of it, but you need to have some sort of previous consistency, and the average person healthily loses about 1 to 2 pounds a week if you structure it right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people just want the quick fix because they see it on social media that so-and-so Karen did the breatharian diet and lost 10 pounds in a month.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, I want to be just like Karen." So they buy whatever Karen had, or they go to a trainer and like, "Hey, can I do this? Because Karen did this and she lost this amount of weight."
Yeah.
And they don't realize, okay, there's a lot of factors. There's the fitness this person was doing, the diet this person was doing, their genetics, and also how consistent they were in the process. And a lot of people don't see that. They just think, "Oh, I could just do that just like she did."
Yeah. No, that's so true. That's actually one of the things I was going to ask you, because I know for me, like I have ran quite a bit, and one thing I've never had is my six pack. And that's one of the things that I tried to get when I was going to Crunch. And also I came across David Goggins, so I was doing a lot of cardio.
They don't know me, son.
Yeah, they don't know me, son. I was doing a lot of cardio, and one of the things that I noticed is that even though I was staying consistent, it wasn't until like 2 months in that I actually started seeing that my weight was the same, but I was actually like losing the fat. And a lot of times what I wondered is, like, how long does it actually take for you to see results? And because it could also like play a lot with your mind, especially when you're seeing that the scale's not dropping, but somehow you're doing everything right. You're going to the gym, you're eating good, you're sleeping well, your stress levels are down. Maybe sometimes you drink water, but like sometimes you still don't see results, and that can be very unmotivating.
Yeah, but like you said, there's small factors that add up. Like your stress will go down. You might see a slight change in weight. You might feel a bit stronger in your workouts.
Yeah,
But I feel as people, we always look for the negative before we look at the positives.
that's true.
And we assume that we should see a huge positive change immediately whenever we start something that we were excited about starting. But we focus on the negative. We do a week of the diet, of the training, and then you see maybe 1 pound is lost. You feel a slight bit stronger, but you don't feel like you're getting to the point where you need to be at. You're looking at yourself 2 months ahead at the goal when you should be looking at yourself as making the progress to get there. Like you just completed the first week of the 2 months, and you need to put processes in place that hold you accountable to every week that will come, such as doing progress photos. So
Yeah.
I always make it a point for my clients to do progress photos every week. And in the beginning, majority of them are like, "Oh, this is stupid. Why am I doing this?"
Yeah.
And then after a month, they look back at all the weeks and they'll see like, "Whoa, holy crap." They'll lose probably maybe 10 pounds in 3 months, and they'll look back at it and be like, "Holy crap, how did I go from this? Then at the end of this month, I look like this, and then at the end of the whole process, I was here." So there'll be 10 pounds difference, and they'll physically see it change throughout every week. And it kind of gives them that sense of accomplishment of, okay, I survived the week of the diet, of the training. And it kind of is like their little milestone. This is your little milestone, your little achievement you got.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. If you place those on your life, you hold yourself to progress photos every week, you check the scale every week, even do body measurements. Those are a little time consuming, but those are super amazing. Those are amazing because you can see individually what's growing on your body and what's lacking.
Yeah. Kind of like the scan that we have at the gym. Like
Yeah.
it'll tell you like if you have more muscle on your right arm than your left. And
Yeah,
how
like
much.
a Seca scan, DEXA scans, amazing stuff. They're a little pricey, but those are very good tools to see progress. And that's what you need to do. You need to focus on making smaller points, more attainable goals
Yeah.
throughout the process.
Yeah. So also it doesn't even become like overwhelming and unmotivating as well. That's true. Well, one of the things you said too, yeah, your clients would notice, and then they were like, "Oh, this is kind of redundant to do this, and like, why are we taking pictures every week?" What week did you see that they actually like, "Whoa, you're right." Like, I actually started to notice a difference. Was it like in the first, second month?
Yeah, it's probably after the first month.
After the first month?
Yeah, because usually when you start a new routine, there's like a hump. There's a hump to get over. So if you start a new diet, you might see things go up. You might see your weight actually go up for a bit. But it's because your body's trying to find a new equilibrium because you were at some sort of point and then you made a drastic change. So you might actually see your muscle development go higher and your fat might slightly decrease. So now your weight is higher and you might feel better, but you look at the scale and you're like, holy crap, why am I gaining weight? And you freak out. And they immediately come to me. They're like, what's happening? I'm gaining weight.
Yeah.
This is not what I wanted. And I'm like, calm down. Just wait another week. And then they wait another week, their body will start to hit the point where it's like, okay, I understand what's going on. It starts to lose some weight. Maybe they'll reach the middle ground, or they might actually start losing the weight. And at the end of the month, they'll lose maybe 3 pounds or 5 pounds max.
Yeah.
Some people are more significant depending on where they start.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it takes a while. But you
Yeah.
have to make sure you're setting the goals every week, so that when you hit the month, you can look back at where you started, and then when you hit the next month, boom, same thing.
No, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I think one of the things that came across my mind as you were explaining that too is that a lot of people, especially when you start going to the gym and you see videos on YouTube and you think you know what you're doing, you don't think you need a trainer. It becomes very important to have a trainer when you're undergoing that process of why am I gaining weight when I'm not supposed to be gaining weight. or like, why is this not working if I'm doing everything right? And like that trainer already has the experience. They've been through what you've been through, and they already have also all the training when it comes to like physiology or biology, and they can know exactly, even to explain it to you, what's going on. So then that way you don't take that long to achieve your goals. But I think it becomes more expensive to really lag on your results because you're being too cheap, or you don't see the value of getting a trainer. And I see that a lot of times, especially working at the front desk. They're like, no, I don't need the trainer. Well, I don't need a trainer at all. And I think it's one of the biggest ways, like if you really want to achieve, like especially a physique in a really short amount of time, definitely invest in a trainer. It's kind of like for photography or for whatever field, like if you want to become the best, you're going to have to hire the best and like learn from the best, or else it's going to take you like 10 years from now to actually become that person. And that's like hard work. Elon Musk, a work ethic, like freaking day and night, 90 hours, just to like kind of like be prevalent in that whatever genre, whatever you're going into. So, how would you tell people and then like sell yourself, like you should definitely consider getting it, because or not you're gonna suffer? Like how would you go about that? Because that would be great if I can pick some things off of what you're saying right now of your answer, because that way I can use that even when I come across those people at the front desk.
Yeah, like you said, you deal with it a lot.
Yeah.
And as a personal trainer, that was a big point, was, hey, how you have to put them through the process of understanding why they need the trainer and how it can help them go further. And like you said, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay a price, because that's how these people make a living. Is as a personal trainer, you still need to make money. As much as you love seeing people make a change, you still need to
Pay bills.
Yeah, you need to pay bills and feed your family and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like you said, the investment is so important, because yes, you are paying the money now, but you're paying so that you can have more time. Because that's what you're paying for. You're paying for somebody who has the experience, the time, who knows the process, and they can speed you through it, instead of you having to struggle on your own, spend years of trying to figure out dieting, exercise. This is a person that already has all that experience, and it's like, hey, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. I'm going to teach you why you're doing it. And then within a few months, you're going to have so much more knowledge. You're going to have years of experience in just a few months.
Yeah.
So you're paying for that. And I think that's worth it.
That's true.
Like you said, you need a mentor for whatever you're going to do. If you want to get great at it, you need to hire somebody who already is great at it. And then they teach you and speed you through the process. And now you have more insight, and you're much further along than somebody else like you that chose to do it on their own. Mm-hmm. You have years ahead of them without even doing the years.
Yeah. It's also that accountability thing that a lot of people like too.
Oh, yeah.
Like you keeping a track of their diet and stuff and calling them up, and also that relationship that you build with them. A lot of people don't see that, but I know for a fact there's several trainers there that some of the people that are getting trained actually value other things, such not just anything gym related. Like they talk about business, or they talk about life and other things. So you also get kind of like a therapist in a way.
Yeah, personal trainers are unlicensed therapists.
Yeah.
I would hear the craziest stuff. Family dramas, business related issues. It was everything. And then they're talking, and you're like, okay, you got to do another set. But tell me your issue.
Yeah.
While you're doing your bench press.
Yeah, no, I know. I've spoke to a lot of trainers, and they're like, yeah, sometimes like I don't know how to cut it. Like they just want to keep going, and they see the other clients waiting for me right in front of them, and they still want to keep talking. Like they almost kind of want to join us into the next session.
Yeah, you're building hopefully a positive relationship, and then that association of the relationship is giving a positive outlook to that person about fitness and health, because they think of you when they think of fitness. It's like, oh, I get to see my trainer, Susie, and I love Susie. I love seeing her. And then next thing you know, they're at the gym and they're enjoying the time they're at the gym, which is great. That's what I want people to achieve.
Enjoy the time.
Yeah, because my goal as a trainer is to not have you work with me forever. It's like, you're like my baby bird. and I'm the mama bird. And I have to guide you. Be like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. Da, da, da. But eventually, you're gonna flap your wings and fly away, and I'll be like, I'm so proud.
Yeah. That's so good. That's so good to see because a lot of people that are considering getting in training, they sometimes think that um I see some people say, "Oh, I don't know why they're paying for training and they're literally doing something that they could be doing themselves." Like the trainer's literally just standing right next to them, talking to them with a board and just chilling. Like they're literally just giving the money away. But at the same time, it's like I think I'm so glad you said that because now it just makes sense. It's just like it really depends on the individual. Like if you really want to learn it and adapt to it and like put it into your life and change your habits, you can easily do that. And then eventually you won't need your trainer, right? And you like you said, flap your own wings and go. But I think it really depends on the individual because I have seen some trainers that have been with some clients for a long time and and they kind of have the same physique as when they started, or they got to a point, but that's it. That's all they wanted to. And sometimes that's good because they just want to stay healthy. I don't know if you came across anybody that was kind of like always putting excuses,
Oh yeah.
never got results, and they were basically just paying. But it's good to know from like a trainer's perspective and hear from yourself that your end goal is for them to like branch off and like do their own thing and maybe even become a trainer themselves. I don't know.
Yeah, but like you said, there's people that put the barriers on their on themselves. They'll say, "Oh, I couldn't do this workout because I was busy at work or whatever."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you look at their screen time on their phone. It's like 4 hours on social media. You're like,
I
"Well,
forgot you can do that.
yeah."
You can
I'm like,
watch
"Well,
all
there's
that.
4 hours you could have been at the gym." Yeah, and you have to confront people. Unfortunately, that's what they're paying you for. Is you have to be the person like, "Hey, I'm the one holding you accountable." And I see that you could have done this, but you're putting this excuse.
It's true.
So that shows me that this is not important for you.
That's so true. That's so true.
And then you need to wake people up like
Yeah.
that. And it's so easy to say, "Oh, I don't need a trainer. I could do it myself, whatever." But then why are you not doing it? Why have you not done it before?
Or have gotten the results. You know?
Exactly.
It's on YouTube. Why haven't you got,
Yeah.
you know?
And I have my own trainer too. Like I personally need a trainer as well. A trainer needs a trainer. Psychiatrist needs a psychiatrist and
Yeah.
so on. You always need a mentor to boost you forward in life.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Or like a different perspective as well too. That helps a lot.
Exactly. Different perspective. That's perfect.
Now that I think about it, when I see like someone I like catches my eye or I meet someone and I was like, damn, this guy knows how to talk. This guy has something different. Like this guy, I'm like, who trained him? Like, who's his mentor? Because
And
I'm just like,
they always do. It's always somebody
yeah,
behind them that helped them.
yeah.
Nobody does it on their own. Nobody does anything. There's that saying, if you want to do something, dang it, I said it wrong. Back it up. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Oh, that's a good one. Where's
Yes.
that from?
I have no idea. Some famous person said
That's a really good one. Jeez.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's a great quote.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that ever since I turned like 24, 25, that was my quote for life. It was like, that's the quote. If I want to go far, I need to go together. Because you can go fast. And that's great. You achieved the goal. But once you achieve the goal, like once you climb the mountain, you immediately realize, oh, there's another one. Like life does not just stop once you achieve, like the movie ends,
Yeah.
the character wins, and then that's the end of the movie.
You're happy.
But,
yeah.
but nobody sees what happens to that character after the movie ends.
That's
it's like
true.
life still goes on unless they died. But hopefully they're still alive
Hopefully they didn't.
at the end of the movie, and life will continue, just like your life, my life. And you'll catch so many people that were amazing athletes at one part of their life, 8% body fat,
Yeah.
had all these gold medals, and then 10 years later, they're a couch potato. And
That's
you're like,
so
what
true.
happened to this person?
I've actually, like, since you said the couch potato, I've actually seen a lot of couch potato people train people, and I'm just like, how is that trainer training someone that wants to be Mr. Olympia, when he doesn't even have the physiques himself? And
it happens.
And it happened to me a lot because I was judging by a book by its cover, but they're like, I think the guy that's training Sebum, every time I see him, he looks chubby, bald. Like, I'm like, what is he teaching him, you know? But I mean, I'm like, and then once I start seeing their training and actually, cause he started exposing his training and like recording it, I'm like, oh, okay, this guy knows some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rambod. Yeah,
yeah.
I have so much respect for the guy. He's trained amazing athletes before, but like you said, I mean, it's the sense of visually showing your disciplines in a way. Not to talk crap on him, but I think he could look better. He
Yeah,
could.
sure.
But he puts a lot of effort into his athletes. But it doesn't really make an excuse necessarily for, hey, why are you not also following the same things that you're promoting to these athletes? I mean, enough said. He's way more successful than I am. He's got amazing people under his wing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
true.
maybe he does things pretty great. I mean, his work ethic is amazing, but maybe his physique could be a bit better.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to touch one thing, because I know we are kind of like low on time, which is how important is diet? Because I know that can be very controversial. 'Cause I've seen a lot of things about, there's a McDonald's documentary where the guy was able to eat whatever he wanted from the menu, not in excessive amounts, but calorie counting, and he was able to lose weight. Just, I think he was walking like 30 minutes a day. He was able to lose weight, but his health was horrible.
Yeah.
So how important is dieting when it comes to like actually like even just keeping your results? Because I know a lot of it has to do. I forgot to mention yo-yo dieting. A lot of people always they lose the weight, but it comes back on. So how?
Because they do the fad. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a fad diet, like the McDonald's diet. Oh, I'm just gonna eat. He still tracked his calories.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah, he was
big
doing
thing.
that.
Is like as long as you're in a calorie deficit, which means whenever you're eating less than the calories you're burning, you're gonna lose weight. It's guaranteed. So in that case, yes, you can lose the weight, but if you're eating a bunch of processed foods, you're gonna feel horrible, and your blood work's gonna look horrible. You go to a doctor, they're gonna be like, "What the heck is happening to you? Are you smoking? Are you? I don't know. They'll think you're close to getting cancer."
Yeah, yeah.
But, but yeah, it's 70% of the process, at least, is diet, because you got to think about yourself as a car. Like, what kind of car are you? And every car needs a source of fuel. And depending on the kind of fuel you're using, like you're using the regular, the high octane, you're going to get a different type of performance result from it.
Or combustion in this case.
Yeah, you're like
cars.
combustion. You don't put diesel in a freaking gasoline car.
Yeah.
But that's just like it. Your body works a certain way, so fuel it the way it should. If you want to perform a certain way, if you want to be a high performer, you've got to get the high performing fuel for your car.
That's true.
And then also there's mindset too. It's like, what kind of car are you? And then fuel yourself the way you'd imagine your car is. Like, if you don't think you're worth enough, then sure, go eat McDonald's. But if you're worth more, start eating healthier, whole foods to treat yourself the way you want to be, the way you imagine yourself.
Yeah. That's so true.
This concludes our Vitality Talk. If you guys like it, we're going to be posting once a week. And we're going to determine more topics. We're going to bring on more people. And stay tuned.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Not too shabby.
I'm so glad